Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dozen Cats. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you've had a great weekend. Today is Monday, July the 17th, 2023, and we are going to have a new moon today. Not only are we going to have a new moon today, but there is a lot of energies happening. And so I'm sort of making this an Achieving Wellness segment, which is where we talk about how we, deal with different things. It's to give you tips and tools and information, hopefully, that you can use as you navigate along your path. So we're going to do a bit of a reading, but first I want to talk about some of the energies that are coming towards us and what we can do to navigate those, right? So as always, I did some research, and here is what I found. So the the new moon happens today, Monday, July 17th. It's around 2:30 some odd p.m. Eastern time that it will be at its peak sort of illumination, if you will. And also today, we also have the North Node and the South Node shifting into Aries and Libra. And that happens, the North Nodes and South Nodes happen, their movement happens every 18 months. The North Nodes and South Nodes have not been in Aries and Libra, respectively, since 18 years ago. So it is quite an energetic force, we'll call it. We also have some stuff in retrograde and some things coming up in the future. So here's what I found out. With the shift to Aries and Libra, the focus is now going to be on our individuality and our relationships, right? We know that Aries is a fire sign, and it is associated with our self-assertion. It encourages us to express our identity and to pursue our passions with enthusiasm. Libra is an air sign, and often Libras are sort of focused on balance and harmony, right? Think the Justice card, for example. To make the most of this shift, it's important for us to sort of embrace this energy and use it for personal development. We can do this through self-reflection, setting of intentions, aligning those intentions with the qualities of Aries and Libra will be very, very helpful. Embracing our assertiveness, maintaining and creating healthy relationships, and really focusing on maintaining a healthy balance. Those will be like key themes during this shift. Now, navigating this shift is going to ask us to be open to sort of bringing on new experiences. That isn't always easy for all of us. Astrology will also serve as a valuable tool in sort of understanding these transitions. So if we look up what Aries attributes are, and we look up what Libra attributes are in terms of making our intentions, or sort of focusing some intentions in those attributes for those prospective signs, that can really benefit us. If we stay sort of aligned to the energy, right, and observe how it's influencing us, that will really help us to understand and navigate this time with a greater sense of ease. And so that means to check in with ourselves, right, as I love to say. So do journaling, meditation, that moment where you just sort of sit in a nice, comfortable, quiet spot and just assess, how are you feeling, right? What are you thinking? What emotions are you experiencing? Really take note and then try to apply and navigate that as you need to. As the true node passes into Aries and Libra, we really, really, really need to focus on balance, harmony, and peace. That's the Libra end. Without sort of forgetting about our own personal needs, which is the Aries end. During this cosmic shift, each zodiac sign will experience different implications from this shift. Because, of course, it will depend on where they fall in your house, right? According to your birth chart. If we pay attention, we may notice, little messages, little signs, breadcrumbs, if you will, given to us by the universe. And those breadcrumbs will sort of be navigating the path ahead, right? If we follow those, that will help to accelerate and increase our personal development and our personal growth. So the Cancer new moon today also brings upon us opportunities to align us with our feelings of purpose, as I mentioned earlier. Cancer is all about emotions. And if we pay attention to the things that are happening sort of within us, as I said, when we check in with ourselves, we're likely to be guided by the universe. So be open to receiving those messages. Watch for synchronicities. Watch for, I was just thinking of a person and a song that takes me back to a moment in time with that person was just played. Smelling of a perfume. Maybe you're having dreams of the person, that kind of stuff, right? When we create our intentions, it's important to make sure that they're positive, that you don't have negative wording in there, and also timing sometimes can mess up an intention. So, for example, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months. Try to leave the timing out of it, right? That way it's open-ended, and you can always go back and readjust your intention to tweak it to make sure that it is at the forefront of your mind, right? It is a powerful tool that we have especially when it comes to a new moon, to set intentions. Under this specific new moon, looking from a place of focusing on a place of inner trust, right? Do I need to believe more? Do I need to trust more? Do I need to just think more benevolent outcome? I've worried about this enough today. I'm leaving it up to the universe. Like those kinds of things. Trusting your gut instinct, trusting your inner wisdom, trusting that you're not going to be put on a path that you're not meant to go on. That, like all of those kinds of things, those are inner sort of trust issues. Of course, there's all the self-sabotage, the self-care, right? That I trust that I know what I'm doing is right for me at the time that I'm doing it, that kind of thing, right? That is going to require us to go within, as we keep mentioning, right? Checking in with ourselves and allow ourselves to really tune into what is happening inside, right? So we need to know our truth. We need to trust our intuition and our inner wisdom, our guidance, our inner North Star, as I like to say. Remember that the answers may not come right away, but practicing patience is part and parcel of the process of trusting ourselves. And believe me, friends, I need a major tutorial in that. No one is alone in that. I think that all of us, no matter how far along we are in our path or how far along we are in our journey, all of us need to tune into that and really sort of go back and emphasize that we need to work and maintain that inner trust, right? Rosie's playing on the floor beside me. You wouldn't believe it. So I'm sitting in my kitchen, as you can see, and I moved into the kitchen, and everyone lost their mind because I moved into the kitchen. I did that because I need space to throw the cards, and I don't have enough room in the living room. And she is not happy about it at all. Anyway, and she's gonna bark at me. Hi, baby. Hi. Yeah. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Okay, so Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, is really active under this particular new moon. And so we may feel some sort of transformation in the process. Some sort of transformation may be on its way. It could be really subtle, or it could not be subtle. It could be something that we experience in a physical way or in an emotional way, right? And so, again, tapping into the really like listening to ourselves, really checking in with ourselves, right? Pluto is in retrograde at the moment. In addition to the new moon, in addition to the nodes moving, right? So that will be guiding us to sort of look back over past events. Maybe we've been working through them since last year, last October, actually. If you have a journal, maybe you want to go back and see what you were doing last year at this time, or last year in October, to see if you have, cleared that out. To remind yourself of what you were going through at that time, as those things may come back to the surface, either for clearing or to sort of let us know that we need to sort of, focus on that particular time period's lessons, right? Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and money. Well, she is coming close to her official retrograde date also. She won't retrograde till July 22nd, but the energy may be sort of coming up and be sort of triggered within this new moon. When Venus goes retrograde, it's a time of hurt healing. So we may begin to feel like we're getting answers, messages. All of a sudden you're like, right, got it. Things start to like make sense as she sort of starts to make her retrograde journey. And all of these things, I mean, this is such a jam-packed sort of bunch of energies coming at us, right? We could definitely feel more sensitive than normal. I know that I have felt more sensitive than normal. We should take care of ourselves and our emotions. Choosing to sort of decide to think about and decide before we react, right? Also, it's important to make sure that you set up personal boundaries. Don't give too much of that energy away. Don't receive too much in. And also be careful of, who you surround yourself with during this time. And all that means is to make sure that you have protection, like with your personal boundaries, right? It's not about anybody else. It's not a negative thing. It's just about protecting yourself. So, say you went to the bank and you took out, $500. Are you going to give it all away, or are you going to keep some for yourself and possibly, put some in the sock drawer for a rainy day. It's that kind of idea. It's nothing, bad. This new moon overall is asking us to be loving to ourselves, to wrap ourselves with kindness and compassion, warmth, to nourish ourselves and our bodies in ways that we know how to do, in ways that we understand, in ways that speak to us. So that's a whole lot of information about this new moon and the time that we're in. So without further ado, I got a bunch of cards here, and they're all in the blue family because I'm all about. And look, I even wore my Paradise shirt today, blue. So let's throw some cards and let's sort of see where Spirit guides us with a message to help us to navigate this particular energetic shift. We're going to start with the Sacred Destiny. Now, I remember I'm on the kitchen table here, so if it gets a little loud, I do apologize. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I probably should have checked the volume before I started, right? I'm out of my office. What can I tell you? If I'm out of my office, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And by the way, if anyone can see that sign behind me that says, "This is my happy place," that's a fib. It's a joke. The sink and the dishes, faucet, whatever, is not my happy place. I'm trying to be funny. Okay. Wow. So the first card that we've got out, we have flexibility. Can you guys see that okay? We have flexibility. Okay. All the information that we just heard is about being flexible in the navigation of this, right? My current sort of thing that I seem to keep getting and I keep picking up on is the bumper car, right? Remember when we were kids and we went to the bumper car rides? It was so much fun. Those cars that had the big long cable that attached to the ceiling that was made out of a metal cage, and you would bang into each other. It had a big rubber band around it, right? So think of yourself in the bumper car with the rubber band on it, that if you scrape something, if you bang into something, if you just slightly rub up against something, you're going to be okay. You're going to bounce back. It's going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you protected, right? And we also have miracles. I mean, that is beautiful. So being flexible and, like I said, most benevolent outcome. I trust the universe. I trust Spirit. I'm trusting the guidance that I'm being given. Beautiful. Sorry. Rosie. I really wish I knew how to pause this. Somebody walk by. She's doing her job. Okay. So let us move on. So we're going to go to the Sacred Medicine Oracle. We have this beautiful card here of this beautiful owl literally sitting in front of the moon. And we have soul retrieval and wholeness. So that takes me to that whole moment where we're constantly checking in with ourselves, right? Constantly asking, how are we feeling? How are we doing? What are we thinking? Are we okay? What adjustments might we need to make, right? Are we listening to ourselves, right? Are we aligned? Do we feel centered? Do we feel grounded? All of those kinds of things. Lovely. We're moving on now. This is such a long title. The Archangel Michael, Sword of Light Oracle. It's a beautiful deck, but it's a long name. Please remember, if I forgot to say, that this is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, bell notification so you know whenever I upload a new video. Comments are greatly appreciated. and I appreciate you. All right. We have this beautiful card. Look at the image on this card. Hopefully you guys can see this in the glare. I've got all the lights turned off so that the glare isn't too bad. It's very bright here, which is never a bad thing. So we have card number 27, Regain Your Focus. The message on this card reads, trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. So, the checking in with yourself will also help if you have, like, hamster wheel things happening in the brain, right? We have life is happening, things, life is messy, things can get chaotic, and we can put ourselves last. We can forget to check in with ourselves. We can forget at the end of the day because we're absolutely exhausted. Sometimes it's like, do I have a shower? Do I eat or do I sleep? Kind of idea. It's really important to stay grounded. So grab yourself some hematite or grab yourself some labradite, some smoky quartz even. Go outside into the garden, stick your hands in the earth, right? Put your feet flat on the ground, put your hand up against the bark of the tree, whatever you need to do to keep yourself on an even keel so that you can navigate this in a really awesome way, right? Okay, now we move on to the Moonology deck. Also, that also ties into putting up our personal boundaries, right? So we don't let people take the last little bit of energy that we have. And I know that that's a lot harder, it's a lot harder to achieve, easy for me to say. But if we make ourselves a priority, it just takes 5 or 6 minutes a day, right? If each of us could allow ourselves just 10 minutes a day to look after the machine that is us, we'd be well served by that, I think. I know I don't always do it. All right. The card that we have, we have New Moon in Aries, and it's time to take action. So, whoops. I almost lost all the cards, friends. So it's time to take action, right? Meaning it's time to listen. It's time to check in. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Make today be the day that you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to schedule 10 minutes for myself at the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day, or, break it up into 2 5-minute sections, whatever works for you. And I'm really going to ask myself how I'm doing today, because that's not a bad thing. All right. This is the Self-Love Oracle. And we will throw some tarot cards at the end. We have use discernment. Look at that picture. How beautiful is that? Use discernment. There is no need to believe something that does not resonate. Whoops. So sorry. There is no need to. I tell you, friends, take me out of my element and I'm a hot mess. You know what I mean? Just me out, can't take me anywhere kind of idea. There is no need to believe something that does not resonate for you. Personal truths can change as perspectives shift and expand. So, if Tuesday you were feeling one way and 3 Tuesdays from now you feel something different, that's totally okay. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your view. You're allowed to change your perspective. Maybe you don't even realize that you've done it. That's where the checking in with yourself comes in, because if you're in communication with yourself, you're in communication with your head and your heart, and you're taking in all the signs from the universe, you're going to know that change has happened, change is occurring, change is upon you, right? Or that change is required, right? So take action, as the card previously said, right? Listen to what's going on. Listen to yourself. Okay, so now we have the next card, which is the Crystal Intentions Oracle. I'm trying to, when I picked out these cards, I'm trying to go from like every possible angle that might resonate with someone, if you will. And of course, I got another card that I can't pronounce. This is the chrysocolla. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous stone, right? Now, on the back side of the card, it says, reduce inflammation, release anger and resentment, heal old mental and emotional wounds, improve inner peace, balance mind, body, and emotions. On the front side, it says, my body and mind are in balance. I am healthy. So this crystal can really help us feel like we are in balance. And that is what the moon talked about a lot, right? That balance is a big deal for this particular time period. Being in balance is never a bad thing. So, all right, let's throw some tarot cards and let's see. We're using the One World Tarot. And then the last card that we pull is going to be an angel. Okay? So thanks everyone for sticking with me. Appreciate all of you. I hope you all are having a fantastic Monday. Thank you, by the way, in advance. I haven't even answered any of the comments yet, but everybody had such lovely things to say, lovely comments for the reading from yesterday. So thank you so kindly. I really, really, really appreciate the feedback. Truly, I do. Wow. First card up and out and off the table. And it landed face down, so I can't tell you what it is. I will pick it up momentarily. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands turning over inside the deck. Okay, we have the Three of Swords coming out and the Page of Pentacles coming out. We have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is outstanding. Excuse me for a minute while I pick up that card. Sorry, I banged the table again. I'm like a bull in the china shop, friends. Friends, the first card out was Six of Wands. Lovely. So, Six of Wands, recognition, self-esteem, being seen, success, victory, achievement, right? The next card out, as I said, was the Eight of Wands. This is information coming in quickly, messages. This is the energy shift at speed, things happening, like lots of stuff happening, right? The Three of Swords is in the challenge position. And as we read all of that information, it talked about checking in with ourselves, about being in balance, and about our emotions, maybe bringing up old things from the past, right? So the challenge is going to be, are you going to learn the lessons and start the healing process, or and release, forgive if needed, right? Give it up to the universe, etc., etc., or are we going to remain brokenhearted, right? This is our opportunity to turn this into a positive, to free ourselves from the hold of the heartbreak and move past and hopefully forward from it, right? Imagine how amazing that would feel if that weight was lifted up and out of you. We have the Page of Pentacles as our outcome card. This is getting down to it, friends. This is getting to work. This is getting down to work. Literally. You are making something happen. On the bottom of the deck, as I said, we have the Three of Cups. This is celebration. This is joy. This is your soul tribe. This is your community. This is, lunch with your besties. It's that kind of vibe. So I think that overall, it's going to be fine. It's going to be awesome. In fact, it's going to feel like we got an injection of happy, which is amazing. There is going to be a little bit of work that is required on our part, but if we have all the information that we need, it should be like a walk in the park, which also is not a bad idea, as an FYI. Okay. That's me winking at you. Okay. We are going to throw our last card. And this is from the Angel Quest Oracle. Sorry, my nose is itchy. You know, as a person who is allergic to cats, ask me why I have 3 cats. Because I love them. I couldn't tell you why I have 3 cats, but I love them. And if I could turn this camera around right now and without knocking everything off this table and show you what Rosie is doing, you wouldn't believe it. She is sitting on the living room chair where I normally do my lives from. On the side of the chair, leaning over the side of the chair, resting her head on the coffee table. Like, I don't understand why you're not sitting here. What a dog. Wow. So we talked about receiving messages, right? We talked about things coming in, paying attention to those synchronicities and, you know, songs or whatever the case may be, change maybe. And look at the card we pulled. Signs from deceased loved ones. Your departed loved ones are giving you signs to let you know that they are with you. So pay attention to those signs, because those signs don't happen without a reason, right? Such an interesting card to get to end our sort of energetic reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. I hope you have a fantastic day. Set great intentions, and remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. So if it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. That's totally okay. Have yourselves a fabulous day. And until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. Bye for now.